Okay, Valera had 2 bags of potatoes. Okay, छोटो bag of छोटो potato. The first bag contains X number of potatoes, and the second bag contains Y number of potatoes. So both are equal to, both are basically positive number of potatoes, real world potatoes, basically the scenario. Either they are one or more than one. So each bag is guaranteed to have at least one potato. Okay. Now, Valera, very scattered boy. So the very scattered boy. So the first bag of potatoes, it contains X potatoes. The first bag contains X potatoes. Okay. So that bag Valera lost. So he only now has, Valera remembers the total number of potatoes. He remembers that what the total number of potatoes that he had. So like the first bag which he lost and the second bag which he currently has. He knows both the sum of them. Okay. So X plus Y in the 2 bags, firstly, and was not greater than N. Okay. Okay. So the first bag, the value X plus Y, he doesn't know. I'm sorry, I'm wrong here. So the first, so let's just find out, let's just open up Paint and let's just see what are the things that, we know about it. What's the problem statement saying? So there are 2
What's
bags
the
of
problem
potatoes.
name? Just tell me what's the problem name.
2 bags of potatoes. Okay. Okay. So here's the basic bag, 1 bag, and here's another bag. Okay. So now this contains X number of potatoes and this contains Y number of potatoes. Okay. Now, এটা তো Paint Valera forgot. Hey, কোডিশটা সবাই কেউ। হ্যাঁ, so X number of potatoes and Y number of potatoes. Okay. Now now what do we know? By the problem statement, we know that X plus Y means X plus Y was not greater than N. So it was not greater than N. So X plus Y was basically lesser than N. Okay, lesser than or equal to. Because it says not greater than N, but it can be equal to N, if that makes any sense. You tell me if you're getting lost anywhere, I'll help you out. Okay. And secondly was divisible by K. So X plus Y by K, actually not this, X plus Y mod of K was equal to 0. Okay, we know these 2 statements for a fact. Okay, now this is a simple math problem. You just need to figure out what Y was. Okay, sorry, what X was. Okay, so now help Valera to determine how many potatoes could be in the first bag. Print all such possible numbers in ascending order. So now now notice something. Since this is a linear equation in 2 variables and there's an inequality, this must be in a range. Okay, so that's why they say that print all possible numbers in ascending order, because there can be multiple scenarios where X plus Y is divisible by K and X plus Y is lesser than or equal to N. It would have been a different thing if X plus Y is exactly equal to N. But since it's lesser than N, there can be multiple values, if that makes any sense. Okay. So now we have 2 mathematical equations. X plus Y is lesser than or equal to N, and X plus Y mod of K is equal to 0. Okay. And now the input format is given to us. First is given the Y, the number of potatoes in a bag that we know. And the second is given K, the number that the K which is exactly divisible. Okay. So here K is given. And then after that, N is given. Okay. N is given. So in this case, 10, 1, 10. So let's just mark everything out. It's a good practice to mark everything out. 10 is our Y, 1 is our K, and this is our N. Now let's put it in the equations and let's see if now if there are no such values of X, then print of -1 if the scenario is not possible. Okay, mathematically. Let's just plug in and let's see what happens. Okay, so we don't know X plus of Y is 10. Okay, must be lesser than or equal to N. Okay, so X must be lesser than or equal to basically 1 second. X must be lesser than or equal to 10 minus of 10. X must be lesser than or equal to 0, right? But that is clearly not possible, right? K is 1, as you can see. So this is the equations don't match up. This is not equal, like this doesn't support this, or vice versa, if that makes any sense. Okay. So now we know how the equation works, okay, and how the input format is giving us, like, what's the input and etc. Oh, I was in 6C. Okay. Anyways, so in this case, as you can see, 6, 10, 40. So let's just see what happened here. Okay. So let's just see. Our Y is equal to 10. Someone is typing very loudly.
Oh, that's me. I was just trying to do the problem myself. Sorry.
Swam, didn't you already solve the problem?
No, I didn't do this. I never even saw this problem.
Okay. Well, just don't try to solve it. Just see what I'm explaining. Okay. If you think you can solve it, then go ahead. Okay. Anyway, 6 is equal to k, and n is equal to 40. So this says that x plus y, okay, must be lesser than or equal to 40, and x plus y, okay, divided by k divided by 6 must be equal to 1. Not 1, but mod of 6 must be equal to 0. Okay, and now we know y is equal to 10. Okay, y is equal to 10. Now, can anybody tell me a definitive way that you can know whenever a situation is not possible, like rearranging the equations or running some numbers, running a loop, anyway, like a mathematical expression where you can know? I didn't do it in that way, but it is definitely possible. I know for a fact. A mathematical equation which gives you the result that if the both equations don't hold true for certain values of y, k, and m.
I'm not sure about this, but I wrote k minus y mod k.
K minus
Y mod k.
K minus y mod k. So k minus y whole or k minus y mod k? What are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Are you talking about this or are you talking about this?
No, the first one, the first one.
So y mod of k. So what is y mod of k in this here? So are you telling me this is the answer?
No. We'll probably have to do more. I was just trying this in my code. So I just said it.
Okay, I'm going to explain how I did it. Okay, so I took variables y, k, and n. As you can see, in sequential, I made it everything by variable. Okay, now I took xy. Xy is basically nothing but xy is x plus y. Okay, x plus y. Are we clear on that? Okay, xy is basically x plus y in my code. Okay, now the basic approach that I had is have a look at about this. It says that x plus y is exactly divisible by k. So this is an AP, okay? This is an arithmetic progression problem. If we can figure out the first multiple, which is divisible by k, and x plus y is lesser than 40. So for example, what I'm trying to say is, see, x is equal to 10, okay? Now, what can be the value of y such that x plus y, okay, is greater than x, but divisible by 6? So that must be like, we can check if it's we can check brute forcefully that we can check 1. So is 11 mod of 6 is equal to whatever? Is it equal to 0? Is it completely divisible? Well, no, so we don't do that. We move on to the next two, and we go to 2. Is x plus y divisible by 2, divisible by 6? Well, it is. So we found our first y value, or in this case our x value, because y is given to us. I'm sorry, y is equal to 10. So we found our first x value, as you can see in this case. Okay, now if you see, observe the output, it's an AP. 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 6, 14, 14 plus 6, 20, 20 plus 6, 26. All we need to do after that is print it until and unless the sum is lesser than or equal to 40. Because 26 plus 10 is lesser than 40, but 26 plus 6 is how much? 32. 32 plus 10 is not equal, is 32 plus 10 is 42. 42 is not lesser than 40. Did you get what I'm trying to say here? Or don't know anyone? Anyone, maybe, anyone? We could have used AP formulas to get the number of n values and etc. But since asking for okay, I'm going to explain it. Okay, again, look, it's pretty easy to understand. Okay, look, what the problem is trying us to say, the problem is saying us, okay, that I'm going to turn on the camera. Please do not laugh, because it will be helpful for me to say, like, show some hand gestures. Okay, do not laugh and do not take screenshots. I swear to God, I'll ban anyone who takes screenshots. especially Aryaman and etc. Second. Okay, so let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, so think about this. Okay, think it very clearly. Okay, so let's say that, so in this case, x is equal, y is equal to 10. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, let's say you have 2 bags of potatoes. Okay, it says that the number, both the potatoes, when you add it, okay, it is exactly divisible by k. So let's say I have 5 potatoes and 10 potatoes on this bag. I have 10 potatoes on this bag. So and I'm saying that both are divisible by some integer n. So 5 plus 10, 15 is divisible by something. Okay. Now I'm saying that what can be the possible next xy value that is divisible by 5. Think about the 5 table, the table of a 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 15, and so on, so on. So what's actually happening there is 5 is getting added in each step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So the xy, once we know the first xy value, think very methodically. Once we know the first xy value, we can find the next xy value, because that is exactly divisible. It is exactly divisible. So we just follow the table. Are you getting it now? So think about that. So we just need to figure out the hard part, which you need to actually think, is figuring out the first xy part. Once you have it, you don't need anything else. You just add it and go on unless you meet the constraint, which is basically x plus y must be lesser than or equal to n. It cannot be more than. There is another constraint. Otherwise, it could have been infinite. They are giving us a constraint. They're giving us a constraint that x is not greater than n. Not greater than n means it may be equal to n also. Mind that. So in my submission, as you can see, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to find the first multiple that is possible. So what I'm trying to do here. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm setting xy is equal to k. Okay, what k is? K is nothing but in my case 6. Okay. And then I'm running a loop until unless I find the matching value, which is basically divisible by k. Okay. This one not acceptable. Yeah. So I'm trying to find the first value. So okay. So once I get the value of x, basically I'm adding it 6, 6, 6. I'm going on adding. Okay. Because basically, if you see, basically I'm trying to find the xy value. Okay. It's pretty simple. Once I find the first xy value, I'm just doing this until xy is lesser than or equal to n, and I'm just adding. Okay, I'm just keeping on adding it, and if there is no such possible, I'm creating a flag state. Okay, so I'm creating the flag as equals to false. What false means is there is no such possible outcome. Okay, there's no such possible potatoes that you can probably have for which both the constants meet. Okay. So what I'm doing is if xy minus y is lesser than 1. So can anybody tell me why I'm doing this? Why I'm checking if the x plus y value is lesser than, or if it's lesser than y or not? Can anybody tell me why I'm doing this? Chat, just anyone? Okay, let's do something. Did you understand what the basic logic behind the program is? What I did here. This is C++ in my code. Did you understand how I am doing the program? Guys in the chat, please. Or no? Maybe anyone? Stella? Spandan, yes, you are on the right track. Okay, here's the thing. Yes, yes or no. How about I'm giving you guys 10 minutes. How about you solve it on your own and just see Just after this class, just solve it on your own. I'm sending you the chat. In the chat. I'll just Google the problem and just solve it on your own. In the meantime, Archishwan will be explaining you the second problem because time is of the essence. And I want you guys to solve it. I'm not going to give you the solution. Just solve it. Try to solve it and see, because this is a very easy problem. This is technically all you have to do is find the first divisible by k and then just keep on adding until unless it is more than n, basically, if that makes any sense. So this is the constant. So problems like this might seem difficult. So recommendation is look at the output, try to find a pattern, because it's pretty noticeable here that it is an AP. Have a look over here. It's literally an AP. Okay. All you have to do and just think, like, 10 is your x, 10 is your y. So 10 plus 12, 10 plus 2 is 12, 10 plus 8 is 18, 10 plus 14 is 24, and so on. So it's pretty easy, right? I'm going to send you guys the original problem statement on the thing. You guys can try. Let me just send it to you in the chat. Right, Spandan, you are on the right track. I can explain why I am checking it for checking if it's lesser than 1. But if I explain it, you won't understand why is it, because it's an implementation problem more than a mathematical problem. That's how I implemented it. So like my program may not, like, the logic is the same thing. All I'm doing is first getting first n, then get the common difference and keep adding. Well, the common difference, no, the common difference is already provided to you. It's k. Okay, common difference is k because it's exactly divisible by k, right? Are you getting my point? When I say it is exactly divisible by k, why it is an AP? Are you getting that point? Why I'm telling you it's an AP? Because think about the table 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, when it's exactly divisible by 5. All you're doing is adding 5 in each step. That's why I'm telling you multiples are an AP. Remember that. It's also GP, but whatever. Don't get into that. Yeah.
I wrote to 0. This is problem number 4, D. Right. You are given two integers, x and y. You can perform two types of operations. X and y, if you look at the input constraints, see it's x and y are more than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 10 raised to the power 9. And you see, whenever you see something like this in the input, you know that if you're using C++, you should not use integers because you'll face integer overflow. So this problem will be using long, like long longs. Okay. All right. In Python, you don't need to worry about that. Python is like very chill with big numbers. This Python things. All right. You can pay $8 and increase or decrease any of these integers by 1. So say you are given 1 and 3, you can, like this problem. This is the first input with two test cases. This is the first test case. In the first test case, you are given numbers 1 and 3. And you can either pay $391, which is pay $8. This is a 391. You can pay $391 and decrease either of these numbers by 1. Right? Increase or decrease actually. Yeah. So you could make the 1 a 0 or the 3 a 2. And the second thing says you can pay $B and increase or decrease both integers by 1. For example, if you have 1 and 3 here, you can pay $555 to make both of these 2, 4 or 0, 2, right? Okay. There are no other requirements in particular. It is possible to move from x equal to 1, y equal to 0 to x equal to y equal to 0, both of them 0. You'll pay $8, x will become 0, y is already 0. What you need to do is calculate the minimum amount of dollars you have to spend on it, right? So after reading this, do any of you have a strategy on how you can do this? Anyone? Or no, Stella? So what would be the most optimal way? Anyone? All right, wait, I'll explain further. Right, we'll take the first test case. You have 1 and 3. Right. Smooth. You can pay $391 or $555. Right. So you could either pay $391 4 times, right? You pay $391 once. I'll just write 391 as A and 555 as B, because then I have to write less. It's what I want, right? So I could reduce 1 by 1. So this will become 0 and I will have to pay $8. I could make this 2, another $8, 1, another $8, 0, another $8. So I paid $4 $8 to make both of these 0 0, right? This was one way. Okay. Now I do not know how to delete this, so I will undo, because why not? That was one way where we ended up paying $4 $8, right? Another way is I could have paid B dollars first. This would decrease both of these by 1, 0, 2, right? And then I could pay $8 twice. So A plus A. And this would have gone from 2 to 1 and then 1 to 0. See, both of these are now 0, 0. And this time it took B plus $2 $8, right? So here I have the option to make 1 and 3 0, 0. I can either pay $40 or I could pay 2A plus B dollars, right? You see, I can't pay say $3B or $4B, because I have to either increase both of them by 1 or reduce both of them by 1, right? Whatever I do to A, I have to do. Whatever I do to the first one, I have to do the second one as well, right? So now, does anyone have any idea how we would have to program this out? Anyone? Or did anyone did anyone not understand this? What I just explained. Just raise your hand. Don't feel shy. I'll be happy to explain it once again. Yes, all right. Sorry. Wait a second. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Right, then you see. I will change the numbers now. Say I have 6 and I have 9. Full numbers, right? I can pay $8, I can pay $B, right? So I have to make this 0, 0, right? To make this and this, both of them 0. So I can pay $6B. And when I pay B dollars, what I'm allowed to do is increase both of these by 1 or decrease both of these by 1. So if I paid $6B, I can reduce both of them by 6 times, or increase both of them 6 times. So this case, I want to decrease both of them because I want a 0, 0, right? So I'll do reduce this by 6, 0. I'll reduce this by 6, this becomes 3. Right, now it's 0, 3. Now how do I go from 0, 3 to 0, 0? I can reduce this 3 times, and to decrease only one number, I have to pay $8, and I have to decrease this 3 times. So I'll pay $3 $8. And that. Am I clear till here, Tunit? Did you get this bit? Nice. Now, if I undo that, why did you undo it? Yes, sir. Nice. Sorry. Okay. So that was one thing. So I can pay 6B plus $3 $8 and make this 0, 0. I'll write this on the side. How do you zoom out again? You do control. All right. 6B plus 3 8. Coming back to this. Or there's another thing I could do. Right. I could decrease this one 6 times. That would require $6 $8 to decrease one number 6 times. So this would become 0. Then I could decrease this one 9 times to make this 0. And that would require $9 $8, which would be equal to $15 $8. So you see, if I pay $15 $8, this would become 0, 0 as well. So there are two solutions to this. Notice. We're going to do that. Right. Yes, indeed, Sasi. I don't know. And did you get that bit, Tunir? How this could have like two solutions? Affirmative, sir. Nice. So now you see, you know what the values of B, A, and A, right? So you could now simply multiply put in the values of these numbers, A in here, plug B in here, plug A here, right? And then you will get the values for both of these things. And you're asked, what is the minimum amount you have to pay? You can pay. You have to, the minimum amount of dollars you have to spend on it. And in programming, it is very simple to figure out which number is smaller. You just do say these numbers are n and I. So you do if I is less than n. Right. See how that works. So you know what? We will code it out. C++, you don't need to look at this. This is the standard C++ starting code. Using namespace. std. Right. Not the problem here. So, as I said, use that in the here's visible powers. So int main return 0. This was the C++ side of things. Now I declare integer t. You see, this has the thing where you take an input number of test cases and take that many test cases input. So in C++, what you can do is you can declare an integer and then just take input to that integer and to while t minus minus. That will loop t times, right? Wait a second. Yes. And you see, every test case has 4 integers, right? And the numbers you have to make 0, 0 and $8 and $B. So we'll take these as X, Y, A, and B. Got that, everyone? Nice. Take long X, Y, A, B. And then take input to X, Y, A, B. Right. And I will copy the first input case here, paste it here. It's for easy reference. Pause. Okay, so you see the first thing I mentioned, right? There would be two solutions, 6, 9, and maybe. One of the solutions was 6. No, why so small? Zoom in. Yes, 6a plus 9b. This is 15b basically. What is that? 5. 15. No. 6a plus 9a is 15a. Right. So this is one of the solutions. 15a. The other solution was 6 and 9. For 6 and 9 was we could do 6b. This would make the 0, make that 3, and 3a to make this 0. So plus 3a. 6b plus 3a. Right. So another one was 6b plus 3a. Okay. So first we'll calculate this 15a. How would we do that with these variables? Anyone in chat? Or you could unmute and say. Or no, Stella. Oh, Kavya is Kavya. You can also try. Pritish, Spandan, anyone. How do you calculate 16a here? Like for here, the numbers are different. The numbers are X and Y. So how do you calculate that? No one. Hey. Bro, give me time. Finish last 1 hour. All right, Pritish. But say the numbers were say instead of 6 and 9, these were x and y. Instead of 6 and 9, these were, instead of 6 and 9, these were x and y, right? So what would be the expression? Exactly, Stella, exactly. So we can do int, no, not int, see, numbers are huge. 10 to the power 9, int will struggle with that. So we do long out 1. Let's call it out 1 because I'm bad with names. Out 1 is equal to x plus y. You put that in a bracket because you're doing the sum first, now the multiplication, and multiply that with it. Right? We have one of these expressions down now. We have 15a figured out. Strike that off. Now we need to figure out 6b plus 3a. How do we do that? See, if you remember, the numbers are 6 and 9. Right. So see, the smaller number is multiplied to b. See, I didn't do 9b, I did 6b. I subtracted the smaller number from both the numbers. Got that? So for out 2, how would I write the 6b part? You can, like, say the larger of these numbers into this number into that number. You don't need to tell me in code. Anyone? In chat also, you can say if you want. Math dot absolute of x minus y into a. That's the name of x. Yes, Stella, you are correct. Exactly. So Stella says it is the minimum of x and y. You see, that's what I did here. 6b. Oh, 6b, smaller number. So minimum of x and y. Minimum of x I would written 6, right? Because 6 is definitely smaller than 9. Not this is wrong. Right? So minimum of x and y, and that has b as the coefficient. So to be plus, see, I need the 3, right? 3 is the difference of these numbers, 9 and 6. Now you might think, how do I know which number to subtract first? See, if I do 6 minus 9, it is equal to minus 3. If I do it the other way around, 9 minus 6, it is 3. See, the face value remains constant. It's either minus 3 or 3, minus a or a. See, the a remains same. So what I need is the absolute value of x minus y. And the coefficient of that is a into a. Let me see. Yes, that is correct. Nice. Now I have these two numbers. All I need to do now is see which one is smaller, minimum amount. So all I have to do is, if out 1, oh, I don't even need to put an if statement, huh? Print, no, it was something plus, or even what are you writing? See out, I can do min of out 1, comma, out 2. I forgot a lot of semicolons. The C++ things, huh? Yep, this would work, but I need a new line after this, so put an endl. I don't want to save that. If I run that, this should give me the correct output, and I get an error. What else did I expect from C++? What errors? How to out 1? How to? Oh, I did not declare this. Oh no. How to? Oh my god, what is wrong with you, C++? See, I did get the correct answer though. Oh, 13370. Cool. Now, if I submit this, should work. Hopefully it works. Not really sure if this would work. What? Ah, too smile. No. Problem code. What is problem code? I do not have the problem code. 1342. 13428. I'm not even sure if I'm submitting for the correct. Yes, this is the correct. Accept it. Let's go. If I refresh this, should say Happy New Year. Yes, says Happy New Year. Says all test cases. Right.